In response to the theme of observation, I made an illustration of an abalone shell using Adobe Illustrator. By using dynamic colors, I wanted to portray the colorful energy it emits owing to the presence of the Fibonacci spiral, which plays a crucial role in nature and creation. I then imagined it as an instrument to the environment. Similar work is seen in Sarah Caruso's work, where she documents the Fibonacci spiral by use of photographs. In response to the week's theme of tinkering, I made a visual entirely made up of emojis of a famous musical artist named Travis Scott. By using thousands of emoji characters against each other, I was able to create depth and a hyper-realistic, pointillistic portrait generated entirely from emojis. I wanted to explore symbolism and how different peculiar things can be merged and create one united piece, which makes for an exciting visual style. Similar themes are present in young Jake's work, who specializes in digital art by use of emojis. In response to the week's theme of found objects, I made a visual to describe the word mental filter. As a tribute to my close friend who committed suicide recently, I wanted to understand the mind frame of a person undergoing depression. When a person thinks via a mental filter, they focus solely on the bad parts of a situation while filtering out all the positive aspects. Negativity, like many other aspects of life, can develop into a habit, leading to melancholy and insecurity. By using Photoshop from my found object, which is a kitchen strainer, I created a visual depicting the mind frame of a mental filter, depicting that all thoughts come from a vulnerable place, and the spiral line is the continuity of a single negative thought process. This is shown via symbolism of a human in a fetal position. I wanted to explore mental health and how its expression can be shown in a simplified state. Similar themes are present in Robert Carter's work, who specializes in visualizing depression via illustration. In response to the week's theme of place, I made a render of a 50s gumball machine. By using Blender, I made a graphic representation of the balls in motion hitting each other within the glass ball. The relationship of the balls with context was my main emphasis. Place within the glass ball creates an ever-changing scene that creates a sense of the unexpected. Similar themes are present in Andreas Wannersted's work, who specializes in visualizing balls in context to place. In response to the week's theme of object oncology, I concentrated on the value of moss in our ecology. Never underestimate the power of moss. During the Ordovician epoch, when life was rapidly diversifying, the first terrestrial plants evolved some 470 million years ago. There were non-vascular plants with shallow roots, such as mosses and liverworts. The moss replenished the atmosphere with oxygen and set in motion a cycle that kept its levels constant, clearing the way for complex life to emerge. The only reason the air on Earth is breathable now is because moss-like plants colonized the land 470 million years ago. You wouldn't be alive now if moss didn't provide oxygen. By using Photoshop, I imagined a future where moss had taken over the Earth's terrain and scoured the Earth's surface in search of deserted spots. I opted to grant it supremacy because it is a prehistoric plant, as seen by its elongated roots and scale, also aiding in the transportation of insects and other microorganisms. I was inspired by one of Salvador Dali's iconic paintings, The Temptation of St. Anthony, who specializes in visualizing towering, spindly-legged characters in his paintings. For me, The most exciting work was the tinkering project, in which I created an emoji illustration. It was incredibly experimental, and I'm learning that work that is motivated by curiosity and has no clear path to a solution excites me. The new theme in the way I approach work is reinforced curiosity, I'd say. While working on the 3D render, I was able to succeed when I had previously questioned myself, which encourages me to take on more 3D work in the future. I was captivated by the influence of Salvador Dali's work and how he plays with different dimensions when making the object oncology artwork. As I progress through this course, I am very excited to challenge myself to try new and bigger things.